Hi, I'm Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about veganism, and I always feel a bit nervous when I talk about this topic because I want anyone who's not vegan, who's watching this, to know that I'm not having a go at you because I think sometimes the word vegan can be very problematic, and it can, instead of attracting people to this lifestyle, it can actually deter them and repel them because of some attitudes and angry attitudes with angry vegans. I don't consider myself to be an angry vegan. I'm a happy, peaceful vegan, and I want to spread the light. Yeah. So I wanted to share with you today some of my unpopular vegan opinions, and also I wanted to share with you that I have been vegan now for 5 years this week, and it's something that really means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me. And I was vegetarian for a very long time before that, 28 years, so most of my life without eating meat. And I never ate meat as a kid. I had it on my plate, I tried a little bit and just kind of left it. And becoming a vegetarian was like a socially acceptable way to be fussy. It meant when I went to someone's house for dinner, I would get special treatment. And also I've never eaten fish, I've never eaten seafood. The smell is enough to put me off. So my choices of what I'm eating were never about ethics, really. It was all about taste and enjoyment, really. And then I became more aware of veganism, and that kind of I think I was on board with it mentally. I already thought that eating animals was a bit kind of disgusting, so it didn't take me long to kind of make that shift in my mind. In practice was a bit longer because I really did love, cheese, ice cream, and cakes and things like that. Fortunately, now I have found amazing replacements. But let's talk about some unpopular opinions about veganism. So starting with number one, a lot of vegans say, the animals are the most important thing, and I'm not saying it isn't, but for me, health is the most important thing. When I look at animal cruelty videos and slaughterhouses and things like that, it really upsets me a lot. It really does, and I'm really glad that I'm not investing in that, and I'm kind of like, that's not going in my body. But for me, I think health is really important, because if you are a thriving, healthy person, then you're more likely to be I wouldn't say more likely. I think there are different ways to express the message, and different people will receive it in different ways. But for me, I do think that food is a form of activism, and showing someone, try this cashew cheese, it's really nice, and they might like it, or a dessert that's a brownie that's vegan, that's not made with eggs. That can really open their minds, rather than saying, hey, do you know how your dinner was made or where it came from, and really pointing the finger. I don't think that's not the way I want to promote veganism. Also, I think that if you are thriving, you've got good skin and you've got lots of energy, and someone asks you what your secret is, and then that might be a way to kind of promote veganism. If you're a sick kind of vegan eating junk food and just talking about animals, is that the best way? I think when I used to watch a lot of videos from Sadhguru, and he's made a video once about who you should listen to. And he said, if you look at someone who's giving you some advice, and if it's working for them, listen to them. And if it's not, then don't. And I think that I kind of want to live by that. I was in hospital about 2.5 years ago with COVID and pneumonia, and I was really sick. And during that time, I was in hospital for about 10 days. And I was so weak because before I went into hospital, I didn't eat for about 10 days. I had no strength whatsoever. And the medical staff were telling me that I would have to have, blood tests every 3 months because I was vegan. And I was thinking, wow, I don't believe this. I don't think I'm here because I'm vegan, because there was a big problem with pneumonia and COVID going around in the world. So, and I'm sure most of the people in the hospital were meat eaters, there's no doubt about that, because that's as is most of the population. But it left me thinking, wow, I really want to make an effort to be a healthy vegan. And I really did. And I think it's important to, if you want to go vegan, don't do it because some influencer says you should. You should do it because you really want to, and you should do it in an informed way as well. Doing blood tests and getting some nutritional advice from a professional. And also, I really like the app Chronometer, which is an app where you can log all of your food, and then you can see how many vitamins and minerals you're having every day, which is a really good way to kind of see how efficient your food is. But then again, we're not what we eat, we are what we absorb. So sometimes you could be eating really healthily, but you might not be absorbing it. That's why I think it's important to do regular blood work as well. So fortunately for me, my blood work is really good, and even things like iron and B12 and vitamin D. So some of those things that can be a little bit trickier for vegans, I'm doing really well with as well. So I think it's really important to focus on health, to be as strong as you can. And if you are into activism, then you can be a better activist if you are strong, for sure. No doubt about it. And let me see if I can read the rest of my writing. Also, I think, I've just talked about how I do think food is a form of activism. I organise events every Saturday in Barcelona in vegan restaurants for a group called Barcelona Conscious Connections. The group isn't vegan, but where we go is vegan. And most of the people who attend are not vegan, but they are kind of discovering new things, new foods. And I just think it's a really nice way to promote veganism. And the restaurant we're going to tonight, most of the people who go there are not vegan. And I think that's the real test of a good restaurant, is when meat eaters are choosing vegan food as well. And I think it's important. I really do support flexitarians and people who want to eat less meat, even if they still eat meat, because that brings me to my next point, is that I do tolerate meat eaters in my life and in my social life as well. I think it's important to I know some vegans who will not sit at the same table if someone's eating meat. And I think that's a little bit extreme. I mean, how are you going to attract someone to your lifestyle if you're so intolerant? And I think, we can all be on spiritual, conscious journeys, but not everyone is at the same place. And I think it's good to have some kind of empathy and a bit of, to try and just understanding about different people's situations. Not everyone knows how to be vegan, or they might not even want to be vegan. But I think just showing people different foods and how easy it can be a better way to spread the message. Well, that's my opinion anyway, unpopular opinion. So yeah, I definitely tolerate meat eaters in my life. And also someone asked about, would I date a non-vegan? Absolutely. I think if you're just focusing on vegans for dating, that can be very limiting. I have a friend who is trying to meet a vegan, and I think we have to remember that not everyone was vegan all the time. Some people have made a transition in their life, or they might be open to the idea of becoming flexitarian. And that's been the case for me with my past relationships. I've been sharing veganism with people that I've been eating with, and they've just been discovering new things along with me. And it's been a great thing to share, even though they might eat meat when they are not with me, and that's absolutely fine. And then, can I see what I've written here? Yeah, and also another thing that I don't like about veganism is this I think sometimes in the vegan community there's not enough support. I think there's this mentality of, oh, you're not vegan enough, I'm more vegan than you, I'm a better vegan than you. And I just see that a lot with vegan YouTubers as well, and that's not something that I support. I think we should all help each other, but I do think there is an element of support and community in the vegan community. For example, here in Barcelona, when a new vegan restaurant opens, there's a lot of people out to support them, and also on Happy Cow, which is an amazing app for vegan dining and vegan travel. So any time I travel, I always consult this app, Happy Cow, so I know exactly where the vegan restaurants are, and I can see the reviews and the pictures from that other vegans have shared, so I know where to go and where to spend my money and where to eat delicious food. So there's an element of support as well, but there's also this kind of like, I'm a better vegan than you, you're not vegan enough kind of vibe, and or you're not talking about the animals enough kind of vibe. And yeah, I don't really like that side of it, and I think that's the side that gives people a bad name. In my group, actually, I did have to ban someone from it, and that was a very difficult thing for me to do, because this person was an extreme vegan and was making a lot of the meat eaters in the group feel really uncomfortable. And we were going to have this Christmas dinner, and for lots and lots of people, maybe 45 people, and this person was going to go, and then other members of the group were saying, well, I don't want to sit near him, and I was thinking, do I ruin one person's Christmas or do I let one person brew in several people's Christmases, you know? So I had to actually do the math, and I actually ended up having to eliminate this person from the group. And then when I saw his reaction, I realized I'd done the right thing. So yeah, I think sometimes people can just be angry people and they're looking for an outlet for their anger, and it could be animals, it could be other things, you know? So yeah, I think that's not the type of thing I want to do. I mean, I think the word vegan as well can be problematic for non-vegans, but at the same time it can give a little peace of mind when you are in a restaurant and it says vegan, you know there's no meat in the kitchen, or you buy a product and it has vegan on it, like, oh, I don't have to read the label. So that's kind of like it's a bit of a two-sided coin. Yeah. Anyway, those are my unpopular opinions about veganism, and I'd love to know what you think. And I will be sharing some of what I eat in a day as well, because someone asked me to share that. Yeah, and I hope you find it insightful. I'm not here to tell you have to be vegan, but I definitely would love to share some of the amazing things I'm eating, because I really, really love food. And through becoming vegan, I've become a foodie, because before I was just so fussy about food, whereas now, as long as it's vegan, I can kind of really enjoy almost everything. I don't really like junk food. I like real food, and I'm loving it. So there we go. Anyway, if you have any more ideas for new videos for me, let me know, because I'm doing a 30-day challenge this month. So write to me at venus@venusohara.org, and I'll be back very soon or tomorrow with more videos. Thanks for watching.